Hello, and welcome to Back to School Night. I'm Mrs. Avalos, and this is Math 8 with Computing for 2021 and 2022. Welcome, welcome. I want to start off the presentation by telling you a little bit about me. I am Mrs. Avalos, like I said. This is my 12th year teaching at Stauffer Middle School. I have my bachelor's and credential from CSULB, and I was born and raised in Downey, and I went to Sussman Middle School and Downey High School. And I changed my name this year from Black to Avalos, so I just got married this year. Very exciting. I want to start off by just talking to you a little bit about Canvas, and I want to show you what my Canvas course looks like. You've already seen some of it because you're here. So I'm just going to show you what my first period class looks like. When the students log in, they always have a welcome page. You currently have this page, but usually they have Math 8 with Computing, a week at a glance. And every day it shows the lesson that we're doing or the assignment that we're doing during class, and then the homework that is assigned for that day. And then I always put updates and reminders either on the bottom or on the side of this so that they can keep track of it. I also have my grading schedule. I always have the late work and resubmits due a week in advance before the progress report is due for me, so that way I have a week to input any late or makeup work. So we just had that first one, 9:10, and 9:17 is coming up. So I am working on finishing up grades and submitting them. And you will get the first progress reports very soon. So for each of the progress reports, late work and resubmits are always due the week in advance, and I remind the kids multiple times, so they really don't have a reason not to have any late work done in advance. This is just our schedule for school, and these are my class rules, and these are SMART goals, which I encourage the students to make. Down here at the bottom, we have a link to Mr. Morgan's Math Help, which is a YouTube channel, which talks all about, which does every single lesson in our book and all the homework assignments. So if students need help, that's a great resource. This link here is a link to our Open Up Resources digital book. Everything we're doing in class is from the digital book, so they can get it here as well if they don't have their book for some reason. Everything that we do is in modules. So this is what your child's Canvas course looks like. So they just go to modules. First weeks of school, we have some setting up stuff, and right now we're on Unit 1 transformations. We've been working on it for a while, so it's a lot of stuff in there. Their homework assignments are posted in here, and they can either annotate directly on the homework assignment by clicking on the homework assignment, or they can take a picture of it. They have both options. So this would be one of the homework assignments. They have the option of annotating on the actual homework assignment, or they can take a picture directly from their books. So either way, they have options. And down here we have iReady. iReady, I assign it some of the weeks for 45 minutes. I don't have it assigned this week. I've only assigned it once so far this year. I will be assigning it again next week for 45 minutes. So that is the main components. The students can also check their grades here. In Student View, if they go to grades, they'll be able to see all of their assignments and their scores on those particular assignments, if it's missing, if it's late, and the grades that they have on there. All right, so that is the gist of my Canvas course. So let's talk about grades. So just as a side note, the most up-to-date grades are always on Canvas. The grades on Q are only updated weekly and for progress reports. So I do update them, but if you're looking for the most up-to-date grade, Canvas is always the place to look. So for this class, assignments are 40%, coding is 10%, and tests are 50% of the grade. Here's the grading schedule one more time. We just chatted about it. I just showed it to you, so you know exactly what it is. Homework help is really, really, really important. Mrs. Saikali in the morning at 7:25 is a great resource. She's right next door to me, room 33, and she is a math teacher. She has taught 7th and 8th grade math at our school. She currently only teaches 7th, but she's very familiar with the 8th grade math material, so she's a great resource. After school, Mrs. Maples in room 47 is another math teacher. And then there's also Mrs. Goldsmith, who's also a math teacher, and she does online Zoom sessions at 5 p.m. So those are some great resources for extra help on homework or studying for a test. Khan Academy. Khan Academy is something that I do as a supplement to my curriculum. It's at khanacademy.org. I assign videos, I assign problems. It is a supplement, and it helps for extra practice and review. And the students get instant feedback. They can get help on the problems. They can get extra time to work on it. Anything that I assign on here, they can redo as many times as they want for extra practice. Something else that I wanted to point out is that there's a summary at the end of each lesson, and there's a lot of really good vocabulary words and important information at the summary at the end. So here's a Lesson 3 summary, Unit 1 Lesson 3 summary, so I just took a little picture of it. They could read and annotate the summaries. They're very informative. They have a lot of important information. So if you see here that I've highlighted some things about translation and rotation, I added some information here. So the summaries are a really good resource for studying for tests. So that brings me to my next point. Here's a bunch of resources. So Mr. Morgan's Math Help on YouTube, I've already showed you that. Open Up Resources textbook online, I've already showed you that. Khan Academy videos and articles, we already chatted about that. Lesson notes and activities from our classwork, the students have those in their book. The summary at the end of each lesson, we just talked about that. The notes in the composition book, they also have additional notes in the composition book. They can also phone a friend. They can go to homework help. We just talked about that. They can email me with questions, and they can come to my room in the morning at 7:30 a.m. Okay, so those are some ways that they can get help on anything, or if they have questions about anything, they can always email me. So those are some options for resources. In closing, I'd just like to say, feel free to email me if you have any additional questions. My email is kavalos@dusd.net. You can also encourage the students to email me. They can email me here, or they can also email me directly from Canvas. And if you're set up in Canvas, you can also email me directly from Canvas. Thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. And have a fantastic evening. Bye.